Incident 1, Superman Tower of Power. On June 21st, 2007, a 13-year-old girl from Louisville, Kentucky had both feet cut off above the ankle when one of the ride's cables snapped during operation. In reaction to this accident, at least 9 similar rides around the world were closed for inspection at Grönaland in Stockholm, Sweden, Kennywood in Pittsburgh, and at parks run by Six Flags, Cedar Fair, and Park Management. On July 3rd, 2007, the victim's family released a statement stating that doctors reattached her right foot. However, her left leg was amputated below the knee. Incident 2, T3 number 1. On July 29, 1997, 14 passengers were left stranded on the roller coaster for more than 4 hours after the train stopped on the lift hill. All were safely evacuated off the ride and lowered 75 feet to the ground. Incident 3, T3 number 2. On June 2nd, 2018, 2 trains collided in the station. 5 guests were treated at the park's health center, and one of those riders was subsequently taken to the hospital. The ride reopened 2 days later, but running only 1 train instead of 2, pending further investigation. A park spokesperson stated that they believe the accident may have been caused due to a lightning strike that may have affected the coaster's electronic systems. Incident for T3 number 3. On August 25th, 2018, a woman was hit in the face by one of her accessories she brought into the park while riding the roller coaster. She suffered a cut on her temple and was taken to the hospital for treatment and recovered. The ride was shut down for inspection and later reopened. Incident 5, Vampire number 1. On July 22nd, 1990, 24 passengers had to be evacuated by going down a staircase on the side of the tracks after the train stopped on one of its inversions. A park spokesperson claimed that the coaster's brakes were automatically triggered by a safety device due to the tracks being wet at the time the ride was in operation. Incident 6, Vampire number 2. On April 7th, 1999, the ride stranded 27 people 60 feet for as long as 4 hours. For the inconvenience, the staff gave the riders stuffed animals and water bottles. The incident was the result of a malfunction in the ride's automatic braking system. Incident 7, Vampire number 3. On May 29th, 1999, the ride stranded 26 people for 4 hours. It was similar to the incident that happened 1 month before. Firemen were able to get the riders off using cherry pickers, and nobody was injured. Next is Silver Dollar City. Incident 8. Fire in the Hole Number 1. On May 1st, 1972, a 67-year-old woman from Rogers, Arkansas, suffered injuries after falling off a car near the end of its run. She was taken to Skaggs Community Hospital after being reported in satisfactory condition due to fracturing her nose and right arm. Incident 9. On July 9th, 1980, a 23-year-old man was killed and a 27-year-old woman was injured while riding Fire in the Hole. A train on the roller coaster was accidentally switched to a maintenance track and storage area, which had low-hanging structures across the track. The male passengers had struck one of these structures, killing him. The accident was ruled a case of human error, and after an investigation, the attraction reopened 2 days later. The overhanging structures were later removed from the maintenance area. Incident 10. On October 26, 2022, 6 park guests and 1 employee were injured when the Frisco Silver Dollar Line steam train derailed as it was rounding a corner, causing 3 passenger cars to overturn. Incident 11. Lost River of the Ozarks. On July 15, 2002, a section of the queue line collapsed, injuring 19 people. Incident 12. On December 30th, 2019, a 64-year-old woman from Lambert, Mississippi, was injured after falling off a parking lot tram. Her husband claimed that she suffered a brain hemorrhage and facial fractures during the incident. Incident 13. Outlaw 1. On July 28, 2015, a 10-year-old girl complained of neck pain after riding the roller coaster. She was taken to a nearby hospital and later recovered. Incident 14. Thunderation. On July 20th, 2022, a maintenance worker suffered an injury to the head while testing out the coaster. He died in the hospital the following day. The ride closed for 2 weeks following the incident. Next is Wild Adventures. Incident 15. On June 3rd, 2011, Splash Island lifeguards identified an unresponsive 3-year-old girl in Paradise River. A lifeguard, a supervisor, and a park security officer performed CPR on the child and revived her before she was transported by emergency medical services to South Georgia Medical Center. Next is former properties. These 3 deal with the same ride. Incident 16. In July 2010, one of the amphibious vehicles stalled on the Delaware River in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and was struck by a barge, sinking the duck boat and killing 2 of the passengers who were Hungarian tourists. The National Transportation Safety Board determined that the probable cause of the accident was the tugboat operator's inattention to his duty. Incident 17. On May 8, 2015, a Ryder Ducks boat struck and killed a 68-year-old Beaumont, Texas woman crossing the street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania's Chinatown section. Witnesses at the scene say that the woman crossed against a red light while viewing content on a tablet and was struck while in the boat's front blind spot. The incident is still being investigated. Incident 18. Why the Ducks was sold to Ripley Entertainment in December 2017 and is no longer a Hershend property. The sale occurred before the Table Rock Lake duck boat accident in July 2018 near Branson, Missouri, where a Ryder Ducks boat sank on Table Rock Lake during a thunderstorm, killing 17 passengers. All locations of the attraction outside of some locations in Guam were permanently closed afterward. Next is Legoland theme parks. Legoland Billund, Denmark. Incident 19. The Xtreme Racer. On April 29th, 2007, a 21-year-old park employee was killed by a ride vehicle as she climbed over a security fence to retrieve a guest's wallet. Okay, so I'm sorry if I say this wrong. I'm trying to not use my laptop for these, so yeah. Next is Legoland Deutschland. Incident 20. Feuerdrache. On August 11, 2022, 31 people were injured, with one suffering serious injuries when two carriages collided. In 2023, it was found that the first carriage had become stationary on the track and two technicians manually override a sensor warning that would have prevented the second train from advancing, causing the collision. Penalty orders and fees were issued against the two employees. Next is Legoland Windsor Resort. Incident 21. In 2006, a fire broke out in a stage fawn on site during the end of season fireworks on October 28th with no injuries. Incident 22. In October 2007, a fire broke out in a shed being used to store chemicals. Incident 23. In 2019, a 5-year-old boy was involved in an accessibility dispute at Ninjago the ride. The boy, who uses a wheelchair and is unable to walk without help, was asked to prove he could walk by walking 3 paces repeatedly, causing humiliation and pain. At the time, certain rides within the park had a policy of requiring riders to be able to walk unaided. As a result of a settlement, with the family. The policy was later removed from all but one of the park's rides. Incident 24. In September 2010, the park's large number of wasps during the season was discussed on Watchdog, with General Manager Sue Camp appearing with host Ann Robinson and confirming new signage, actions, and details on the website.